Trump admin to lift sanctions on firms owned by Russian oligarch Deripaska.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Trump administration plans to lift sanctions on companies owned by Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska after he significantly reduced his ownership stake in them. The Treasury Department announced Wednesday that it would lift financial sanctions on Deripaska's aluminum company, United Co. Rusal, as well as N Plus Group plc and JSC Eurosibnergo in 30 days after Deripaska agreed to reduce his ownership in each of the companies to below 50%. Advertisement. Deripaska, a billionaire aluminum magnate with close ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin, will remain sanctioned and his property blocked. Treasury sanctioned these companies because of their ownership and control by sanctioned Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska, not for the conduct of the companies themselves, Treasury Secretary said in a statement. The sanctions on Deripaska and his companies were imposed in April under a law passed by Congress to punish Russia for interfering in the 2016 presidential election, in addition to other malign activities. The sanctions will be lifted in 30 days, according to Treasury, but Congress could still block the move. The Trump administration separately on Wednesday unveiled new sanctions on Russian intelligence officers for election interference and the nerve agent attack on an ex-Russian spy in Britain.
This post received a score of 52,561, with an upvote ratio of 83%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Reminder that Oleg Deripaska is the oligarch to whom Paul Manafort owed $10 million.
I feel like owing a Russian thug $10 million is probably more terrifying than anything the US legal system can do to you. No wonder Manafort doesn't mind lying under oath and acting as a foreign agent.
It's prison or getting yourself and your family poisoned by lethal nerve agents. Clear-cut decision.
Not to mention, the prison Manafort winds up in is going to basically be a country club with doors that lock from the outside. I have been to multiple minimum security prisons in NC on a plea. It is in no way a country club in any step of the federal or state process. I saw multiple other inmates have their charges picked up by federal prosecutors while in county jail for 40 days sleeping in an overcrowded dorm cell on the floor. Anyone that says otherwise, that any form of any level of prison is an enjoyable experience, has not walked a mile in state-issued bobos.
The difference is that he would be going to minimum security for rich people where they treat you as human, you went to minimum security for regular people where you are little more than cattle.
Yeah, ultra-wealthy or powerful people normally get sent to the Federal Correctional Institute in Cumberland, MD. It's the polar opposite of the stereotypical federal FKU in the ass prison. Most of us have zero chance of ever getting sentenced to that facility. I really think America needs to desegregate our prison system.
Federal prison is literally walking in the park. It isn't bad. State is worse. County is hell.
County is okay if your cell isn't the one overflowing with sewage all the time. If it's not, the guy next to you is hopefully not tossing cupfuls of urine and feces into your bunk while you're in it.
We still never saw sunlight and couldn't go outside. Shit food, and they didn't give a fuck what your dietary restrictions were. State pen gives way more freedom and access to literature and weights, sometimes instruments and internet. Minimum security in Leavenworth KSFED had an unlocked door, free yard time, shop classes, softball teams, higher education, etc.
Convicted felon Paul Manafort has broken his plea deal 3, and some conservative pundits doubt Manafort will see the light of day until he's very, very old. 4. Email correspondence between Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska and former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort will be important in understanding why Manafort is a key figure to this investigation. According to videos recorded by an escort that were discovered by Russian opposition activist, Alexei Navalny, show Deripaska meeting Russian Deputy Prime Minister Prikhatko on a yacht 1 month after email correspondence between Manafort and Deripaska was established during the 2016 Trump campaign. 8. In 2006, Paul Manafort offered a deal to Russian oligarch Deripaska. Manafort expressed that he would offer a great service in pushing Putin's policies abroad. He was paid very handsomely by Deripaska.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.